What's up guys, it's Sammy and I am finally back with another YouTube video. I just want to start this video by telling you guys thank you for 1 million followers. I finally hit 1 million on Instagram. So excited, so grateful, so crazy. Today I'm going to be talking about the circle, literally all things the circle. I asked you guys on my Instagram on a poll what are some questions that you had, and so now I'm going to be answering them. Also, I have finally launched merchandise, so if you guys would like to buy any Love Sammie merchandise, all of the information will be in the description below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, and get you some Love Sammie merch. Let's just get right into it. I already primed my face and everything. I'm going to be doing my makeup too. Don't pay any mind, I won't be talking about makeup. Alright, so the first question I have is, how did you guys get food? And did you get to choose what food you get? Yes, we do get to choose our own food and what food we get. I mean, obviously it was filmed in the UK, so like we don't get to choose every kind of food we want because some things weren't available to us. Like Cheez-Its weren't available when I asked for them, and like other things that I can't really remember. We could get what we want. We could order our own food. We would tell them like what we want, and then it would usually come the next day unless it was something they already had in stock in the apartments. But yeah, most of it would just come the next day, which was really crazy because I really craved a lot of foods when I was there, but they didn't have them, so it was like, you can't get them, sorry. The second question is the camera watching you all the time, even when you're on the in the shower and on the toilet? Yes, the cameras are always watching, but they're not like creeping on you, you know what I mean? They're not there to like be creepy and like see you naked. They don't care about that. But yeah, so there's cameras in my bedroom. There was 3 cameras that were in my bedroom. One by the bed, one in the corner, and then there was one in the hallway that could see directly into my bedroom, but could also be moved to see directly into the bathroom. In the bathroom though, like when we would go to the bathroom, I would just be like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom, and I would close the door, and then the camera that was in the bathroom, they would lift it up to the ceiling, so it wouldn't be on me while I was going to the bathroom. And when I stood up, you could see my head from the toilet. Like the camera was over top of the toilet, so it wasn't like in a corner directing at me and stuff like that, you know. It was over top of my head, so like when I would stand up after using the bathroom, the camera would see me standing up and then it would follow me after that. For the most part, it would be up when I was in the bathroom. They pretty much knew that when I closed the door that I was going to the bathroom, so they would just lift the camera up. There was a couple times where I just went into the bathroom and like totally didn't care to close the door. And I just hear over the speaker like, whoa, 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 wait. I don't care. It's showbiz. They've seen naked people before, like I'm sure a million times. You know what I mean? Like, nobody knew. And who the heck am I? Like, the next question is, how did everyone hear a noise at the door when someone could come into their room? Okay, this is a good one. So basically, someone would knock on our door. I think they did it so that all of us would look, so none of us knew. It's kind of like a psych out, you know? Like, oh, someone's knocking at the door, it's probably them. But so they would do it every time to get everyone's reactions. It would also make us think someone was coming to our room and they weren't. So it was like kind of like fun, you know? But still, it was still nerve-wracking because they would still knock on your door. Like when Alana came to my room, they knocked on my door, but then nothing happened for like 10 minutes. And then Alana came into my room. So it was like they knocked on my door, but I had no idea. But that was like my first experience of the knock on the door, right? So then the next 2 times I got the knock on the door and then nothing happened. And then the next time I got a knock on the door, Ed and his mom came in. And so it was like, you never knew. Every time you got a knock on your door so that you couldn't just assume, you know what I mean? It was more so for us so that we didn't assume like who the person was going to see. But yeah, so they knocked on our doors every single time. Every time someone got sent home, kind of like to scare us, but also I'm sure like, I mean, now that I watched the show, it was also for the audience because we all were like, we all got nervous and we would look at the door. So it all came together, but it was definitely a psych out for us because every time I got a knock on my door, I would like shit bricks. Did I meet everyone already before we recorded? Okay, so this is a question I have seen a lot, especially since I put up a little recap video, like a BTS video of when we were in the UK after the finale, after we all met. And people were like, so you guys knew each other, this was fake, blah, blah, blah. It was not fake. It was not fake. There was nothing fake about it. I only met the final 5 at that dinner. And then I met the rest of everybody else at the finale. Like when you see me walking out on that little like platform and I'm like waving whenever I'm coming out, that's my first time seeing everybody. Like I did not see anybody. So the only person I knew up there was Chris, and I barely knew Chris because we only sat in a room for like 45 minutes together for that final 5 dinner. So I see like 15 people that I've known because I talked to them, but I've never seen them in real life. So like I was like having so much anxiety. I didn't know who anybody was. It was crazy. So no, I never met anybody. Didn't know who anybody was, didn't know anything. For everybody swearing that it was fake and that like we knew each other before the show, we didn't. I know it probably looks like we did when on the videos that I posted on Instagram, because we looked so close like in the videos that I posted. And we were by that time. Like after the finale, we all drank and like hung out together at this little like party that they had for us afterwards. Then like me, Chris, and Miranda, we had the same flight home. So we were all like with each other. Me and Miranda ended up sitting next to each other on our 8-hour flight back from London. It just worked out. We were all together. So it's crazy to think about now, but yeah, so we did not know each other. We just seemed really close after the finale because we went through press together and the finale and the party, and we all got to hang out afterwards. So, and when you're in there, like we all experienced the same thing. So we knew what we went through. You know what I mean? Like what it really felt like to be in there. So we were very, very close at that point. All right, so I went and did my eyes off camera because I was trying something new. I'm not sure how it's come out. I don't know how I like it. I don't know. We'll see when the whole thing is together. I don't know. This eye didn't, this eye looks so good, and this eye looks like trash. Whatever. So the next question is, what were some strange rules while filming? Strange rules. I don't think we had any strange rules. I guess the rules that I was like annoyed with in the beginning make sense now. Like we weren't allowed to watch TV, or we weren't allowed to listen to music and stuff like that. I can't think of any strange rules. Honestly, I don't know if it was for everybody, but like me in particular, I wasn't allowed to shower at night. Like every time I would try to shower before bed, they like would tell me no. And I'm like, why? And they're like, we want to get it in your morning routine. Why can't I shower in the morning and at night? You know what I mean? Like I want to shower in the morning and at night, or just at night. I hate going to bed like sweaty and gross. So that was like one thing that like I hated. Did the cast members that were voted off early have to wait until filming was over to go home? Yes. All the cast members, obviously you see them at the finale. So when they were voted off, like Alana for instance, when she was voted off, she went into an apartment, but she had to wait until the show was over. She couldn't leave and just go home. She had to wait until the show was done filming, which is crazy. So I didn't know until the end, like at the finale, well, right before the finale, I didn't know that like players that were blocked, like blocked players, that they had to stay, because I remember walking through the building, like the apartment building that I was in, and walking down the hallway, and there were apartment buildings with like labels on them, and it would say block player apartment. And I remember being like, wait, why are there block player apartments? And then I got told, oh, the block players don't get to just go home, like they have to stay here until the finale. And I was like, what? Why? I would be pissed. But they actually got to like explore, you know what I mean? Like I didn't really get to see the UK because I was in the show the whole time. So like the players that were voted off, like Alana, she got to explore a lot with her chaperone, which I'm jealous of, but everything happens for a reason, you know? I'll be able to get to the UK eventually. Okay, so I get this question a lot too. Did you guys get to leave the room at all? And if not, was it boring waiting? No, we never got to leave the room unless we got like, we would get like 5-minute air breaks where one of the producers that was working the floor that night would come get us and take us to like the balcony of the other apartment across the hall. And that was really it. Like we would just get a breath of fresh air. And then when I went to the rooftop, I was up there for a little while. I was probably up on the rooftop for like 2 hours. And but someone escorts you, you have to wear goggles, you have to wear headphones, because you can't risk seeing the other players. We had to be really, really careful with that. But they did a really good job. Another question, do you have to pay for everything in the process? The casting, the flights, the food, etc. So no. Obviously it's a big production. Netflix is the host, and Studio Lambert is also, I think, works with Netflix in this series. You don't have to pay for anything actually when you land, whether it be when they bring you in for the psychological evaluations and all that stuff, or when you land in the UK. They take your debit card, your passport, your ID, they take everything. So like you know, so you can't like leave and go and do whatever you want pretty much. They give you an allowance of what you can spend. So it works out, but you really have nothing to worry about. There's people watching you. There's people that are chaperoning you. There's people with you at all times. You're never alone by yourself. Like, it's great. Could you hear anyone in the apartments next to you, or were they all far from each other? So no, I could never ever hear anything, actually. I never heard anything, not even what was going on outside, because one, our windows and doors were never open. I don't know, maybe like the apartments just have really thick walls. Like, I didn't hear anything. I sometimes wouldn't even hear when people would come into my apartment to drop off like food, or when like welfare would come in. Like, sometimes I would just hear like, hello, and I'm like, oh my god. I didn't hear anything. I don't know about anybody else, but I did not hear shit. Was any of it staged? No. As for myself, I can say no, absolutely not. It was not staged. I was never told what to do, how to do it. The most I would say that I was told would be like if I'm in the bathroom, like doing my makeup or brushing my teeth or washing my face, like my producer would be like, all right, hon, like wrap it up and like go eat breakfast or something, because we have a busy day today. And then like I would go into the kitchen and like sit down with a bowl of cereal, and then an alert would pop up, which like I wasn't prepared for. And all the reactions that you see of us like freaking out over alerts, that's real, you know? Like, they didn't tell us like, oh, an alert's coming. So yes, when you see that, that's very real. When we react to the alerts and like games and stuff like that and ratings, all of that's real. Like, they never, mind you, we didn't have a clock in our apartments, so we didn't even know what time it was ever. I mean, realistically, we didn't need to know what time it was, but still. Like, even walking into the Final Five room with everybody, being interviewed by Michelle, that was my first time meeting everybody. That was my first time, like, all the reactions that you see are real. The last question, how has the circle changed your life? Oh my gosh, so much. My life has been changed forever at this point, if you think about it. I go to a store, people know who I am. All ages, people know who I am. It's crazy. Financially, it has changed my life, of course. I'm extremely grateful because of the circle, I was given such a large platform. And with my platform, I'm able to bring in enough money to live. And that's great, on top of having my job and going to school. It's just very beneficial. And I've met some of the most amazing people. I think that's my favorite thing about like social media and what has happened for me, is that I've met so many people and I have so many new friends that are in this industry, and I don't have to worry about them like using me. That's my favorite part, is just the friendships that I've been able to find because of this show. It's a really great opportunity and feeling. Just think of the people that I met from the show. These are people that I talk to on a daily basis. Even though like since this quarantine stuff, we haven't really talked, and we've all been really busy with like our lives and stuff. I think about that a lot, like these people that I would have never had in my life, who I'm so grateful to have in my life. You know, the whole entire cast is amazing. I'm just very, very, very grateful for the people that have been given to me. Alright guys, so I hope I answered all the questions that you guys had. I tried to pick the questions that had the most like oomph in them, that you guys, you know, that was like a general overall question that a lot of people had. So I chose the questions that I thought were best. I hope I answered all of your questions. If you guys would like to apply for the circle, you can go to circlecasting.com. I'll have everything in my description. Also, I just want to close out by saying, get your Love Sammie merch. You guys have been killing it. I'm so happy. There's going to be a lot of things coming out for Pride. And so I'm really, really excited. I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will be back next Saturday with another video. Bye!